I am very pleased to read for you the final two claims made in a delightful story by the fiction writer Maxwell Conroe. Titled The Dupin Files, Hercule Poirot, this story is one out of 25 new adventures collected in Magic Musings, Conroe's latest story bundle. 3. Misgivings about Christie. Now, let me, Auguste Dupin, dig a bit deeper into this case and investigate the alleged criminal behavior of Mrs. Christie. As far as could be verified, Mrs. Christie has no prior criminal record or any previous offense filed against her. However, there is one well-publicized fact that she mysteriously disappeared in 1928 for 11 days until finally found in a hotel registered under a fake name, Mrs. Neeley. At the time she was dealing with a painful divorce filing by her first husband, which was completed in 1928. Only 2 years later, she married Max Mallowan, who was 14 years her junior. Agatha and Max remained together until Agatha passed in 1976, aged 85, and Max died in 1978, aged 73. Christie's grandson, via her only child Rosalind Christie, 1919 to 2004, is Matthew Pritchard, born in 1943. He runs what he calls a family company, the home of Agatha Christie. The company manages her literary rights. Agatha Christie Limited, originally formed by Agatha Christie in 1955, is now chaired and managed by her great-grandson, James Pritchard. The family holds a 36% stake in the company with the remainder owned by RLJ Entertainment. Among the charges by Poirot against Christie's estate are defamation, discrimination, incrimination and homicide. For example, Christie's literary estate itself continues to state, standing at a diminutive 5 feet 4 inches, Poirot is, having an egg-shaped head, often tilted to one side and eyes that shine green when he is excited. Who wants to be name-called as having an egg-shaped head? It's almost like saying egghead, which suggests not in a flattering way, one is not quite ordinary. Christie also kept hammering on Poirot being from Belgium with a rather peculiar pronunciation of English. She has repeatedly uttered threats to finish him off at the stroke of a pen. She incriminated Poirot by making him a killer. He commits the murder in a most unusual final scene in Curtain, Poirot's last case. That the homicide on Poirot committed by Christie was all premeditated is undeniable. The New York Times featured Poirot's death story twice. The first article appeared on the front page August 6, 1975. The headline read, "Hercule Poirot is dead, famed Belgian detective." Apparently, Christie's publisher was well connected to the newspaper, because on October 12, 1975, another piece appeared. Hercule Poirot, Il est mort. Poirot's last novel Curtain was released to the public on October 15, 1975. In fact, the story had been written by Christie in the mid-1940s to be published at a later date. The murder was all premeditated in minute details by Christie. After finishing off Poirot and Curtain and having her publisher plant the two obituaries in August and October 1975, she herself would peacefully pass away only a few months later, in January 12, 1976. 4. The evidence against Christie. John Curran in his 2011 book, Agatha Christie, Murders in the Making, transcribes from her Notebook 21, the original text, with changes such as strike-through texts included, How I Created Hercule Poirot. The final text appeared in the Agatha Christie Century Celebration book, edited by Lynn Underwood, published September 1990. How I Created Hercule Poirot also had appeared once previously, to accompany the Poirot story Appointment with Death, on January 19, 1938 in the U.S. Daily Mail. Poirot had been conceived in 1916, 22 years earlier. Christie in How I Created Hercule Poirot laments, Why, did I ever invent this detestable, bombastic, tiresome little creature? There are times when I, too, have been tempted to commit murder." Curran added a footnote saying this may have been the musing leading to Curtain, Poirot's last case, 1975. Christie also confesses, "I must admit that I am commonly beholden to him, Poirot, financially. Poirot considers that I could not get along with him, but on the other hand I consider that but for me Hercule Poirot would not exist. There are times when I, too, have been tempted to commit murder. I am beholden to him financially. On the other hand, he owes his very existence to me. In moments of irritation I point out that by a few strokes of the pen, or taps on the typewriter, I could destroy him utterly. How much doubt can there remain that Christie has uttered death threats at Poirot's address? Christie's enactment of this threat occurred some 37 years later. When Curtin, his last case, was published, it became clear she indeed had mercilessly struck the life out of Poirot, almost 60 years after she created him. But she had not counted on his resilience. Poirot's character has become immortal and remains a popular figure with many devotees. And now he seeks justice. I will do my utmost to uncover further evidence for his claims. But what has already been outlined above should suffice to file the case with the court and stake out Poirot's claims.